Dear students, today we are going to discuss the last reactions of chapter aldehyde and ketones. And the first reaction of that particular lecture is the Perkin reaction. In Perkin reaction, we generally use aromatic aldehyde, and aromatic aldehydes on reaction with the acid anhydride in presence of the salt of the corresponding acid is called as the Perkin reaction. Means the reaction will be between the aromatic aldehydes and the acid anhydride in presence of the salt of the corresponding acid, and the product of this reaction will be alpha beta unsaturated acid. For example, for this case we have taken benzaldehyde, and this benzaldehyde on reaction with acetic anhydride in presence of sodium acetate at a temperature range of 140 degrees Celsius to 170 degrees Celsius, it will get converted into alpha beta unsaturated acid. This reaction is called as the Perkin reaction. The mechanism of the reaction will be the same as the nucleophilic mechanism, in which the first step will involve the formation of the enolate. So in the first step, this particular base will abstract the acidic hydrogen from acetic anhydride and will get converted into enolate, right? So this is the enolate. The second step will the reaction of this particular enolate with the benzaldehyde. It will react with the benzaldehyde, and when it will react with the benzaldehyde, there will be formation of this particular adduct. After this one, the reaction will start intramolecularly, right? Then there will be intramolecular attack of this particular O negative on the carbonyl carbon with final formation of this particular product, right? Means this O negative will attack on this one to form the C double bond O with the breaking of this particular bond to form this one, which on further acetylation with acetic anhydride will get converted into this particular product. So this is the third step, which start with the intramolecular and then finally breaking will happen, and then acetylation you will get this particular product, which on further reaction, right? And the further reaction is the reaction with sodium acetate. This particular base will abstract the acidic hydrogen from this one and it will get converted into finally this one, which on further hydrolysis will get converted into alpha beta unsaturated acid. So this is the overall mechanism of the reaction. The step you can again listen. The first step is the formation of the enolate. The second step is the nucleophilic addition, the reaction between enolate and the benzaldehyde. The third step start with the intramolecular attack of O negative to the carbonyl carbon, and finally with breaking of bond and on acetylation. And the fourth step is the removal of acidic proton followed by hydrolysis to get the alpha beta unsaturated acid. Now, what are the important points about this reaction? The first point is that there must be 2 alpha hydrogens in case of anhydride. If it is not containing 2 alpha hydrogens, at that time the reaction will not be completed at all. You can see that one hydrogen is being eliminated here and one hydrogen was eliminated in the first step, that is the formation of the enolate. So there is a requirement of 2 alpha hydrogens with the anhydride. If it is not containing that, at that time the reaction will not be completed at all. Second one, if we attach electron withdrawing group to the benzene ring, at that time the rate of reaction will be faster. For example, if we compare the rate of reaction of this particular substrate with the benzaldehyde, at that time we can see that rate of reaction in this case, as it contains the electron withdrawing group para to the CHO group, we can see that the rate of reaction in this particular case will be higher as comparison to simple benzaldehyde. The third important point about the reaction is that if we are having particularly this one alpha acyl amino acid, means if we don't have acetic anhydride or any other anhydride, at that time we can also choose alpha acyl amino acid. And how this will react, I'm showing it through this particular slide, that this is your alpha acyl amino acid. First of all, it will react with the base and will get converted into this one, which on tautomerize, and then finally on dehydration will get converted into this one, and this on further reaction with the benzaldehyde will get converted into the final product. This particular reaction means if we are not using anhydride in case of Perkin reaction and we are using this particular compound, that is alpha acyl amino acid, at that time the reaction will be called as the Erlenmeyer azolactone synthesis reaction. This is Erlenmeyer azolactone synthesis reaction if we are using particular this alpha acyl amino acid in place of anhydride, right? So this is all about your Perkin reaction. The second reaction, if I am particularly talking about, that this reaction is called as the No-Evangel reaction. And what happened in this particular reaction, that this reaction is basically a reaction of aldehyde or ketone, right, with the compound which contain active methylene group, right? There are so many compounds which contain active methylene group, means which are having active CH2 group attached to that one. For example, this is your diethyl malonate, this is the active methylene group. This is ethyl acetoacetate, contain active methylene group. This is cyanoethyl acetate, which contain the active methylene group. So basically the No-Evangel reaction, No-Evangel condensation reaction, if I am particularly talking about, is the reaction between the aldehyde or the ketone with the compound which contain active methylene group, and in presence of organic base, right? When these two compound react, that is the compound containing active methylene group and aldehyde or ketone in presence of the organic base will get converted into alpha beta unsaturated compound, and this particular reaction is called as a No-Evangel reaction. Here we have described some of the compound which contain active methylene group. For example, this is basically, in our example we have taken diethyl malonate, and this react with aldehyde in presence of the base, which upon further hydrolysis will get converted into alpha beta unsaturated acid, right? Mechanism of this reaction is really very important, and the mechanism will start with the abstraction of the acidic proton, acidic hydrogen from the active methylene compound, and this particular base will abstract the H from this one and will get converted into this one, that this is the enolate formation, right? After this one, this particular C negative will attack on this particular carbonyl carbon, nucleophilic addition will now happen. After formation of this one, we have R2NH we have taken. Now when it abstract the H, this O negative will now abstract the H from this one and will get converted into OH. Now there will be even CB, that is elimination, a unimolecular involving conjugate base. Elimination reaction will happen, and there will be a dehydration step in which this particular base will abstract acidic proton from this one with the elimination of this OH negative, and even CB reaction will be here, and it will get converted into the alpha beta unsaturated compound, which upon acidic hydrolysis will get converted into the alpha beta unsaturated acid. This particular reaction is called as the No-Evangel reaction, and this reaction is really very important in this case if we are particularly concerned about. Now, when we talk further about this reaction, when we talk about the stereochemistry of the reaction, because the stereochemistry is really very important part of this particular reaction, because it is forming the carbon-carbon double bond, and we can have that there are different type of the substituents attached to that doubly bonded carbon atom. So if we particularly talking about the stereochemistry of this reaction, the stereochemistry is really very important in this case, and we can see that this particular reaction is stereoselective in its nature. And when we talk about the stereoselectivity of this particular reaction, we can see that both, that is E and Z isomer, will get synthesized during this course of reaction, right? So it will give rise to both of the product. And when we talk about the both of the product, we should be talking about the majority of the product and the minor product. So E will be major and Z product will be the minor product in this case. So it will tell about the stereoselectivity of this particular No-Evangel reaction. For example, this is your diethyl malonate, and this one reaction with this particular aldehyde, it is getting converted into this particular alpha beta unsaturated acid, and we can see that this is particular E. E means that this is your carboxylic acid and this is your R. Both are opposite to one another, so E product will be the major product and the Z product will be the minor product. So if we particularly assume that the stereochemistry of this particular reaction, we can see that this particular formation of E product may be from the more stable transition state that will include in the course of the reaction. So this is all about the stereochemistry of this particular no even gel reaction. The next reaction about this aldehyde and ketone will be the Mannich reaction, in which Mannich base will be synthesized, and this reaction is really very important reaction if we talk about the synthetic importance of this particular reaction. So this reaction is really very important. What is this particular Mannich base reaction? This reaction is a reaction that is the compound which contain active hydrogen, and that compound which is containing the active hydrogen group that condense with formaldehyde and primary or secondary amine or ammonia to give the product, and that product is called as the Mannich base. For example, this is your C6H5COCH3. This is a particular ketone, and this ketone condense with this particular formaldehyde, and this is your secondary amine in presence of slightly acidic condition, which on further basification will get converted into this type of the product, and this is called as Mannich base. So in Mannich reaction we generally get the Mannich base as the product. So when we talk about the mechanism of this reaction, the mechanism is a very important reaction, very important part of this particular reaction. And the first step, if I am talking, is the formation of the imine salt, and how this imine salt have been synthesized. This is your formaldehyde, and this is your secondary amine. In the first step, the secondary amine will react with the formaldehyde and it will form the imine salt. How it is synthesized? The lone pair of electron on the nitrogen first of all will react with the carbonyl carbon and it will form this one, which will be deprotonated, means there will be exchange of H positive between this one, right? This electron will be moved to nitrogen and O negative will abstract this H positive. So there will be transfer of H positive, and this particular product on reaction with HCl, that is under acidic condition, will get converted into OH2 positive, and the water molecule will be eliminated from this one and it will get converted into the imine salt. So this is your imine salt in this reaction. So the first step of the Mannich reaction is the formation of the imine salt. Come to the second step. The second step of this reaction is the reaction between the compound which is containing active hydrogen, and for example in this case we have taken cyclohexanone, which is a ketone. Under acidic condition, first of all it will get converted into OH positive, which will finally get converted into the enol. So the first step is in the second one, if we talk about the step number 1, in the second step it will be the reaction of this particular ketone with the H positive to form enol. So enol will be synthesized, and the second one, the enol will now react with the imine salt, right? So this will react with the imine salt and will get converted into this one, and finally it will lose the H positive and will get converted into this one. right? So this is your manic base that have been synthesized. So if we are talking about the exact formation of the reaction, that without mechanism how we can explain that which product will be synthesized, we can see that this is your particular ketone. So there will be insertion of this particular CH2 group between the amine and this particular ketone, right? So it will be the final product of the reaction. Now, what are the requirements of this reaction? The requirements of this reactions is really very nice, that ketone can undergo this kind of reaction. Nitroalkanes, beta ketoesters, beta cyano acids, these are the different substrates that can condense, that can undergo this kind of reaction. Amines are generally used as hydrochloride salt. For example, in this reaction we have taken a secondary amine. So this secondary amine on reaction with HCl will get converted into the amine hydrochloride salt. So they are generally used as amine hydrochloride salt. When manic base is primary or secondary amine, then further condensation reaction will occur. For example, this is your manic base, and when we compare that the manic base is formed and this is either primary or secondary amine, at that time further condensation reaction will happen. So the chances of further condensation reaction are very very high if this particular manic base is either primary or secondary amine. So these are the essential requirements and the important points about the manic base synthesis, that is the manic reaction. So that's all about today's class, and all about the aldehydes and ketone. We have finished this unit with more than 10 or 11 lectures. From tomorrow onwards we will discuss about the amines.